There's a quiet shift happening across Western countries. It's not loud, it's not trending on the evening news, and most people don't even realize they're part of it. But it's changing how money moves, how people survive, and how entire economies function. It's called invisible income. Not the kind of income that comes with a payslip. Not something your parents planned for or your teachers explained. Invisible income is money that doesn't always look like money. It slips through traditional systems. Sometimes it's legal, sometimes it lives in gray areas, and sometimes it exists simply because people are trying to stay afloat. In the US, the UK, and Australia, millions of people are earning without officially earning. Let's start with what invisible income actually is. Invisible income is money earned outside traditional full-time employment. It includes side hustles, under-the-table work, digital microjobs, cash payments, platform-based gigs, reselling, freelancing paid through apps, crypto rewards, online tips, and even favors exchanged for money that never hits a formal payroll system. For many, it's not about getting rich. It's about filling the gap. That gap has been growing for years. Wages haven't kept up with the cost of living. Rent climbs faster than salaries. Groceries cost more. Utilities cost more. Childcare costs more. And for younger generations, the old promise, work hard, get ahead, feels broken. So people adapt. In America, a full-time worker might drive for a rideshare app at night. In the UK, a teacher sells lesson plans online or tutors students abroad through video calls. In Australia, a tradesperson flips tools and electronics on Facebook Marketplace after hours. None of this shows up clearly in official employment numbers. Yet it keeps households running. And here's the emotional part no one talks about. Invisible income often carries quiet exhaustion. People work a full day, then work again in silence. No office recognition, no benefits, no long-term security, just a constant calculation. How much more do I need this month to stay comfortable? This isn't ambition, it's survival with a polished face. Technology has accelerated this shift. Apps and platforms have turned income into fragments. $10 here, 20 there, 100 over the weekend. Money now arrives in pieces instead of paychecks. And psychologically, that changes how people see work. Work becomes flexible but also endless. There's always another task, another gig, another opportunity to monetize time that used to belong to rest. And governments are struggling to keep up. Tax systems were built for stable jobs and predictable income. Invisible income doesn't behave that way. Some people report it fully. Others don't, either because they don't know how, can't track it, or fear losing benefits they rely on. This creates a strange contradiction. On paper, someone may look unemployed or underpaid. In reality, they're working constantly, just outside the spotlight. Now let's talk about why this matters. Invisible income is reshaping class lines. Traditionally, income defines status. Now flexibility does. Those who can navigate digital tools, platforms, and online markets can create income streams. Those who can't are left behind, even if they work just as hard. A 22-year-old with a phone and internet access might out-earn a 40-year-old in a stable job, without ever calling it a career. But this system has a dark side. Invisible income rarely comes with protections. No sick pay, no retirement contributions, no insurance. If you stop working, the money stops immediately. That creates constant pressure. People feel free, but they're also trapped in motion. Rest feels expensive. Time off feels risky. And yet, for many, there's no alternative. This is especially true for immigrants, students, single parents, and older workers pushed out of traditional roles. Invisible income becomes a lifeline when formal systems fail to make room. There's also a cultural shift happening. Talking about side income used to feel embarrassing, like admitting your main job wasn't enough. Now it's normalized, almost expected. If you don't have a side thing, people wonder why. But beneath that normalization is quiet fear. Fear of falling behind. Fear of inflation. Fear of becoming irrelevant in a fast-moving economy that doesn't slow down for anyone. Invisible income isn't just an economic trend. It's a signal that traditional structures are cracking. that people are building parallel systems, not because they want to rebel, but because they need to breathe. And this raises a bigger question. If invisible income is keeping millions afloat, what happens when it becomes the main system, not the backup? That's where the story really begins. When invisible income shifts from a backup plan to the main source of survival, the rules quietly change. Because once enough people live this way, economies start relying on income that isn't fully seen, measured, or protected. In the US, policymakers still talk about job creation, but many of the new jobs don't look like jobs anymore. They're contracts, gigs, short-term tasks, algorithm-assigned work. You don't apply, you log in. You don't negotiate, you accept terms written by software. In the UK and Australia, the pattern is similar. More people are technically self-employed, but without the independence that word once meant. Flexibility exists, yes, but so does uncertainty. And uncertainty is expensive on the human mind. Invisible income creates a strange illusion of control. People can choose when to work, but not always how much they'll earn. One week feels fine, the next feels unstable. Planning becomes short-term. Big life decisions, buying a home, starting a family, even taking a vacation, get postponed again and again. Not because people are lazy, but because their income never fully settles. And this has long-term consequences. Retirement systems assume steady contributions. Invisible income often skips them. Healthcare systems assume employer support. Invisible income doesn't offer it. Safety nets assume income can be proven. Invisible income is hard to prove. So people fall through gaps that weren't designed for this kind of life. There's also a generational divide forming. Older generations often see invisible income as extra money. Younger generations see it as the only way forward. That difference shapes expectations, relationships, and even politics. When someone says, "Just get a better job," it lands differently in a world where better jobs are disappearing or locked behind barriers many can't cross. Now, here's the part few talk about openly. Invisible income changes identity. People stop asking, "What do you do?" and start asking, "What are you working on right now?" Careers become fluid. Titles lose meaning. Hustle replaces stability as a measure of worth. And that's exhausting, because when your income is invisible, your effort often feels invisible too. There's no ladder to climb, just ground to cover every day. Still, it's not all bleak. Invisible income has also unlocked creativity. People monetize skills that once had no market. Artists, editors, tutors, gamers, niche educators, voices that would have been ignored a decade ago now earn something, even if it's modest. It has given some people freedom from offices that drained them. It has allowed parents to stay home, students to survive, and workers to escape toxic environments. The problem isn't invisible income itself. The problem is that systems haven't caught up. Western economies are still built around a 20th century idea of work, while millions are living a 21st century reality. Until laws, protections, and financial education adapt, invisible income will remain powerful but fragile. And fragility spreads stress. People quietly wonder, what happens if the platform changes its rules? What happens if demand dries up? What happens if I get sick? These questions sit in the background of daily life, unanswered. So where does this lead? Either invisible income stays invisible, leaving millions exposed, or it becomes recognized, regulated, and protected without killing flexibility. That balance will define the next decade. Because whether governments acknowledge it or not, invisible income is already propping up economies. It's paying rent. It's buying groceries. It's filling the space where stable wages used to be. And ignoring it won't make it disappear. It will only make people feel more alone inside a system they already don't fully trust. The rise of invisible income isn't just about money. It's about dignity, security, and the quiet ways people adapt when the world changes faster than the rules. If this story feels familiar, if you or someone you know is living it, you're not imagining things. You're witnessing a shift that doesn't have a headline yet, but affects daily life across America, the UK, and Australia. If this perspective made you pause or reflect, take a moment to engage with the channel. Share your thoughts in the comments, because conversations like this matter more than numbers on a screen. And if you want more grounded, honest discussions about the forces shaping modern life, consider subscribing. Sometimes the most important changes are the ones happening quietly.